get them mics up, guys. Come on, let's get them mics up.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. Let's see who we got. Ghost Devil, Ladybug, Bobby Joe, Tutti Frutti. What's up, Tashi? Pac-Man, Adam Maynard. What's up, Dumpling? Josh Hurd, Penny Riddle, Shani B. Miss Ann, how are you today, Miss Ann? Brittany Blue Eyes. Sharon. Rocket Queen. What's up, Rocket Queen? Joni. Cool Gamer. Well, how is everybody today? Sunny days? Uncle Filthy. What's up, brother? You're welcome, Miss Ann. So how's everybody been today? You had a good day? Tashi gifted 5 memberships. Tashi. Well, I didn't get to see who got them, but thank you very much, Tashi. You didn't have to, but thank you so much. You were just having Rocket Queen. Those 2 words don't even go together. Intellectual conversation and Uncle Filthy. Now tell her, Uncle Filthy, intellectual conversation and Uncle Filthy don't go hand in hand, do they? Very much appreciated, Tashi. Very much. Thank you, Sharon. A big shout out to Tashi. So if you got gifted a sub today from Tashi, put in a 1 in the chat. Hello, Huntress. Oh, Deep Wayne Conversations. Okay, I got you. All right, 26 people, 18 thumbs up. Let's go on up with them. All right. 1, if you've had a good day. 2, if you've had an all right day. I don't want to see no bad days. Shane said 3. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Shane. Well, hopefully your day gets better, bud. And I seen that dumpling at work. That was pretty cool. What are you going to watch, Shane? If you don't care if I ask, unless you're going to surprise your wife and son with it. Tennessee Sweetheart, Pac-Man, Melly Joe, Karen Davis, Lenny Z were gifted memberships. Thank you so much. See, I didn't get to see that. I wish I had them. I'm sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Chris Pratt is one of our... Oh, okay. I'll have to go check that now. It was cute, Dumpling. I loved it, man. I thought it was pretty cute. I'm sitting in there, and it's real quiet in there, all except for the oven. and I pushed the button to see what it was, and that music blared out real loud. Hey, Pac-Man, you look good in green, brother. Let's see. Oh, she big. She done the big one. Hello, Lifesaver Gail. How are you? Look at Messy Jessie with that free bird beside her. Pac-Man with that free bird. Thank y'all so much for that, Tashi. Oh, how are you today, Messy Jessie? I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. What's up, Sub-Zero? All right. Well, you know, today's the day we do for veterans. So today I found, because the women were over last week, but I've been reading around and I popped this up. It's it's reflections. It's called the WARHORSE Reflections. It's vivid, intimate storytelling by service members and military-connected civilians that provide the emotional context for our reporting. I didn't even. What's up, Rift? I see you now. Can't wait till Rift gets that green color on him. He's gonna look good in green. What's up, hippie grandma? Well, you can listen though, Messy Jessie. Just drive safe, Jessie. Please. So let me pull up the first story here. Okay. This is, it's probably going to be a couple, probably about 6 parts, 6 different stories. Hey, Nanny Life, how are you? Let's see here. Stretch it out so y'all be able to see. Well, shoot. I know, Miss Ann. He's doing better. That medicine that they gave him medicine last night, but they had to hold off on the that bubble gum tasting. Do you know how to turn on your membership gifting, Miss Ann? Because I don't remember how to do that. Maybe someone can help you in chat because I'm not good at turning that membership gifting on. What's up, JoJo? We're going to do this first story here. It is a chunk of my life was taken from me. You could say I had a bad attitude. It was May 3rd, 2023 by Ed Meager. Oh, okay. Well, good, JoJo. I'm sorry. I don't even see her. Hope I didn't miss her name. If I did miss your name, I'm sorry, JoJo. The first story I said is this one right here. I think it's this gentleman right here. Sub-Zero. Thank you again, Tashi. You're a sweetheart. This is a chunk of my life was taken from me. You could say I had a bad attitude. This is stories from the WARHORSE. So let's click on this. May 3rd of this year, Ed Meager. What I miss? Look at Rift. Look at all these people joining. Thank you, Rift. Dumpling. Thank you, Dumpling. Thank you, everyone. Y'all showing so much love to me. I appreciate every one of y'all in here. Yes. Shout out to Tutti Frutti. Thank you so much, Tutti Frutti. Tashi, thank you, Tashi. Dumpling, thank you. And welcome to all the new Freebirds. Welcome. Thank you so much, y'all. All right, let's go here. Hey, Regina, how are you? Paper Cut Tina, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Hey, Paper Cut. I'm just missing everybody in the chat tonight. All right, let's see. We'll start reading here. Let me see if I can make this bigger where y'all can see it. Can y'all read it? Oh, okay. Put a 1 in chat if y'all can see that. What did I miss this time, y'all? Y'all killing me. Rocket Queen. Thank you, Rocket Queen. And welcome, Josh. 3. Okay. Hold on just a second. Oh, okay, Sean. Yeah, I would have my eyes on, but I got to clean the lens on it. Hello, sweet candy. How are you? Okay. All right. Says, when I returned from Vietnam in February of 1969, I had a bad attitude, a very bad attitude. I joined the Air Force to escape college and a broken heart, another story entirely. Hey, Casper. It turned out that the discipline, order, and focus the Air Force provided was exactly what I needed, and for the first 18 months, I thrived. My first duty station was an aircraft control and warning site on the northwest coast of the island of Luzon in the Philippines. 100 airmen and contractors on a cliff above the South China Sea. There was nothing to complain about. We did manage to grouse about the isolation. The Bundy story. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Nanny. Nanny Life, I'm sorry. I found books and started a library, yet another story entirely. A mentor guided my reading, and I used the endless hours to devour books of every sort. The work I did was challenging and rewarding, and then I got to read sitting in the chair overlooking the South China Sea. I remember the feeling to this day. I was a kid who fell into a vat of chocolate and got to swim in it. After 7 months, I transferred to Clark Air Base in southern Luzon, north of Manila. Despite tens of thousands of airmen and contractors and a far more hectic work schedule, I still found a quiet place to fall into books. As I neared the end of my tour in the Philippines, I chose to go to Vietnam. To this day, I have a difficult time talking about my time there. I was unprepared for the enormous responsibility thrust upon me. The stakes were high as they get. I wish I could have been better, but I know I did the best I could at the time. Still, I was different when I arrived at the Pentagon in 1969, and so was the world. Three years earlier, the radio had played Peter, Paul, and Mary, and hootenannies were still in fashion. Now Grateful Dead and the Rolling Stones blared from the boom boxes, and it seemed like everyone had just returned from Woodstock. Meanwhile, I'd spent a year in fear of death or dismemberment. I couldn't lower my perception of the threat level around me, and I couldn't explain my feelings to anyone. Everything felt trivial. Everyone around me out of touch with reality. Military life stateside was also far different than the military life overseas, where the attitude was just do your job, stay out of trouble, and don't be a slob. We'd been too busy with real military operations to tolerate chicken shit. It seemed to me my Pentagon assignment was built solely on unadulterated chicken shit. Thank you, Riff. I started my first day on the job a month at home. I'd spent 2.5 years in fatigues or a flight utility uniform, and no one cared how they looked on me or anyone else. Now I reported to duty in my dress uniform for the first time since it was issued in basic training. It was a little ragged, no name tag or ribbon rack, and my sister may not have sewn on my new rank correctly. I couldn't find my dress shoes, so I wore my jungle boots. I also needed a haircut. Most importantly, I didn't want to be there. A month's vacation convinced me I was done with the Air Force. A huge chunk of my life had been taken from me. I'd missed all the major milestones of my generation. In general, as I believed I mentioned, I had bad attitude. As I walked across the massive concourse in the Pentagon, I felt like a polar bear at a beach resort. I noticed several glances and double takes. Then I saw a newly minted second lieutenant walking directly toward me. I tried to angle away from him, but he was coming for me. He stopped me with a sharp sergeant that I couldn't ignore, then asked my name. I answered without using sir or lieutenant, and he called me on it. He told me I was out of uniform, and I agreed with him. He waited for an explanation, and when I didn't give him one, he asked. Pointing my favor, after I explained, he told me that was no excuse. I told him he was making me late for a meeting with my new commanding officer, wished him a good day, and walked away. I believe I may have mentioned that I had a bad attitude. It didn't go a lot better when I reported in. I met with the first lieutenant, who may or may not have been my boss. He was about to dismiss me for the day when the squadron chief master sergeant burst into the office in a fit. He had heard about me, and he had very insincerely apologized to the lieutenant for my appearance, for my imposition on his valuable time, and for my existence. He saluted the lieutenant, then turned and growled at me. In my office, Sergeant, now. Congratulations, Nanny Life. Nanny Life. The rest of the day didn't go a lot better. As the chief ranted and raved over my hair and jungle boots, I struggled not to laugh. I'd been in the culture long enough to know to agree with whatever he said and say as little as possible in response. I had 12 months left in my military career, and I didn't know how I would survive it. That's when one of my undeserved good karma gifts arrived in the form of Hap Arnold. I'd come to the Pentagon with a recommendation where's it at? A recommendation attached to my personnel record that the Air Force retained me. The service had spent a lot of money on my training, and I'd performed well for 3 years. As a result, I was assigned a retention counselor to convince me to reenlist for another 4 years. Hap was a retired Air Force Chief Master Sergeant turned GS-11 Air Force civilian. We hit it off when I noticed a Chicago Cubs banner in his office that said, "We'll win the World Series next year." We spent the first 15 minutes talking about baseball. When we got down to business, I told him there was no way I was going to reenlist. He asked why, and I've been in for several minutes. He listened quietly and then said, "Wow, I'm sorry to hear all that. How can I help?" I told him how the Air Force had denied an off-base housing allotment and that my uniforms and baggage from Vietnam had been lost. Hap arranged for me to receive both the housing allotment and a uniform allotment. My biggest problem, though, was my assignment. I'd received a demeaning job with the worst possible schedule. He told me that might take a little while to fix, but he'd work it out as long as I lightened up on my bad attitude. We shook on it, and believe it or not, that is really the story I started out to tell. A couple of weeks later, I got a message to report to Hap's office. We chatted a few minutes, but it was clear from the look on his face that he had some good news for me. He called in a favor, and I was transferring to Military District of Washington Command Post. That alone was an answered prayer, but Hap had more. He had got me assigned as the duty non-commissioned officer in charge of the entire Military District of Washington each weekend. It was an insignificant trash job that no one in their right mind would want, but he knew I would love it, and I did. I worked 12-hour shifts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. No formations, no inspections, and no harassment. Just do your job, stay out of trouble, and don't look like a slob. The transfer was immediate. When I reported for duty, I was most definitely strack, military slang for a well-organized, well-turned-out warrior, including high and tight haircut. That's fine, Bobby. Just join when you can. It's not a requirement, but just thank you for being here. Well, I'm glad you made it back in here. Hey, Bernadette, how are you? Thank you for joining us over here. Welcome to the Freebird family. The Military District of Washington is an artifact of the Civil War, formed to protect the Capitol. While it still serves a role, its duties are most ceremonial now. Most importantly, and for the purpose of this story, any active duty service members who are not under orders from their command and find themselves in Military District of Washington also finds themselves under its command. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I see that, Bobby. I'm glad you got your name back. I served as a single point of contact for any problems that arose during the weekend or for any active duty service member who wandered into the Military District of Washington. And they did wander in for several reasons, including to frequent one of the dozens of after-hour nightclubs in the southwest quadrant of Washington where blue laws were unofficially relaxed. I don't know why it won't. Shane. Let's see. Everything about these clubs was conveyed by word of mouth. Some were known for their music and dance bands, others for their class and decor. All were known for their booze, and many were known as strip clubs or titty bars. These places attracted the most military personnel who came to the Military District of Washington. My job was simple. By 6 p.m. on Fridays, we settled into a trailer with 4 phone lines. One was an open line to the command center. Another was a direct line to the military post office at Fort McNair in southeast D.C. The third line was to the Metropolitan Police District 6 front desk. The fourth line was the most interesting. It was a regular DC and illegal. It was a regular DC, illegal but tolerated after hour clubs with the understanding that they'd call for it in a resolution if there was ever an issue with a GI. The first calls came in around 10 p.m. Every call was unique, but in truth, they were the same. Private first class or sergeant or lieutenant, so-and-so had gone to a club, had several drinks, engaged in conversation with a young lady, bought the young lady several glasses of champagne, and then suggested they continue the evening in a less public place. So, so-and-so had gone to a club and had several drinks, engaged in conversation with a lovely young lady, bought young lady several glasses of champagne, and suggested they continue the evening in a less public place. Often at this point, the young lady would lose interest and head backstage, and the soldier, sailor, airman, marine would receive a bill that approached their monthly pay. Harsh words were exchanged, followed by various forms of martial arts. While these warriors displayed some courage and even skill, it always resulted in them being handcuffed to a wall in a closet or storage room in the back of a club. Okay, type in exclamation iPhone, Shane. Exclamation iPhone, and it'll bring up the link. That's where I came in. 2 large, newly minted temporary military police officers, and I would head to this location. We first checked on the physical condition of combatants. Most bouncers stopped short of great harm for fear of sending them to a hospital, and the ensuing inevitable question if the injuries did not appear life-threatening. We moved on to the next phase. This involved collecting all the money the IG had in his possession. Yeah, just type in exclamation mark iPhone, and the iPhone link will pop up, Shane. I required them to turn their pockets inside out and take off their shoes and socks. I took the money, met the bar owner or manager, and offered what it was to settle their bills. There was no real negotiation. Either they took it or I'd call the cops and let them sort it out. Since involving the police was a non-starter, the negotiations ended and we moved on to phase 3, often the most difficult. Dealing with a still drunk combatant who often outranked me and wanted a second round with the bouncer was never easy. Before I had them released from the club's bracelet, I told them that their best option was to go quickly back to our trailers to sort out this injustice. Most did after some heated discussion, but every once in a while, I needed the muscle provided by our 2 young and eager military police officers. Once back at the trailer, we sorted them into a holding cell, a cot or a vomitorium in the back, At about 5 a.m., we woke him, and I told them I was just the greatest guy in the world, and they could return to the units without any record of their indiscretions. Or I could drive them in handcuffs to the stockade at Fort Myers to deal with all the full force of military justice system. Only one, to my memory, a young Marine lieutenant, chose the second option. This detail saved my military career. It filled all my needs at that point in my life. Strange as it may sound, I found it rewarding, and most importantly, it got me over my bad attitude. No, she's not going live tonight, Dumpling. I thought you was going to go live. I didn't see you had set one up, but I knew you might go live tonight after me is what I was saying. This is Edgar Meager. Edgar Meager is a Vietnam service disabled veteran who retired after 24 years in government, 26 years in the private sector, and 4 years in the Air Force. He served for 7 years as Deputy Assistant Secretary and Deputy CIO at the Department of Veterans Affairs, and he lives in Great Falls, Virginia. So that's a pretty good story on him. So the next story will be it's every young Marine's dream, but I don't like this story. So that's the other story. And you can set it pretty for pretty soon, Dumpling, because I'm only going to be on here another. It's 10:10. I'll probably get off about 10:15, 10:20. So if you want to set it for 10:30, that's fine. Because I won't. Thank you, Shane, for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. In 20 minutes. If you want to set it up for 20 minutes. Because about 5 more minutes, I'm going to get off here because tomorrow's Wednesday, my last day of the work week, and I got to go in real early in the morning. They'll have a truck come in the morning. So I got to rearrange the coolers and everything and then put the new stock in. And Shane, if you hadn't subscribe to the new channel. I'll be going live on it tomorrow night. Now it's tomorrow on that channel. Tomorrow's subject is the corruption in Hawkins County, and that's where Little Summer Wells is located at. Now I've seen a lot of people say that. What's his name? The sheriff's son, Brandon Lawson, is out of jail. He's not out of jail. He is still in jail. He is still in custody. So I don't know where people's getting the story that he's out of jail. I did see one thing on somebody else's channel. I can't remember who it was. It was a couple months ago, and it said that he was out of jail. He was not out of jail. It's just the thing was down, and it was messing up on some of the people. Lifesaver, I do really, really believe that something may happen pretty soon. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. This is not facts or anything. It's just my opinion that Don and Candace is getting ready to get a rude awakening, and they're not going to like what they hear. Send me. You got my Facebook, Shane? Sean, sorry. If you do, send me a message on my Facebook, and I'll send you the link to Discord. Yeah, when I attached YouTube to my Discord, everybody that wasn't a member got booted off. Well, now that's just my opinion, Sharon. I hope I'm right about it too. But yeah, Shane, just send me a message on Facebook. Anybody that become a member today, send me a message on Facebook, and I'll send you the link to Discord. Because there's a new thing on Discord that says, okay, thank you, Shane, that if after this live, after I cut everything off, cut the live off, and it goes over to YouTube, it automatically kicks it into the Tattooed Rebel True Crime thing. If you missed it, you can watch it over there. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Also, if you'd like to make a donation to the VFW, because this is the last week that we'll be taking donations for the VFW, because we are moving to the DAV. We'll be DAV auxiliary over there. Yes, and you can type in exclamation PayPal, and it'll pop up the PayPal for you. And if you'd like to make a donation to the veterans, you may do so in the PayPal. If you'd like to do one to support the channel, you can do so in Cash App right there. It's not required, but it would be appreciated on the veterans and for me. The only requirement I ask you to do in here is come in here, have a good time, and enjoy the show. So, but Dumpling, are you going to go live? If you are, let everybody know what time that you're going to go live. Okay, she is going live after me. All right. So if he's feeling some better, Tashi. Thank you. The medicine's helping him a whole lot better now. Can someone drop Dumpling's link? If you haven't, yeah, if you want to, oh, you're going to go, so 11 my time. She's going in 45 minutes. She's going to go live. Tootie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tootie. And also, if you want to make your request for the bonfire, you got to get it into me before Thursday midnight Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't subbed up to Dumpling, please go over and sub up to Dumpling, because she's going to be going live. And she does a lot of true crime, and she's pretty damn good at it too. Hello, Pat. I'm doing fine. Getting ready to jump off. But now tomorrow, please join me for the new show, the new channel. Hey, Josephine, if anybody's not subbed up, please sub up to the new channel, because it's a new one and it starts tomorrow night. What time did I have that scheduled for? I think 9. Let me go check. Hello, Beachy. I think it is scheduled for 9 tomorrow. It is. It's scheduled for 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you haven't subbed up, please go sub up, because I'm going to talk about the corruption in Hawkins County, Tennessee, where Little Summer Wells went missing. All the people that's missing since Ronnie Lawson went into law enforcement till now. It's random. It's just random. I think. Does anybody know how it works? Is it just random, Tashi and Tootie, or is it okay? It is random. I'm sorry. Thank you, Josephine. And like I said, if you've heard other creators talk, that, as a matter of fact, I'll show you right now. Let me show you. If Becca sent it to me, let me make sure she sent it to me first. Well, now that's going to be over on the other channel, Sharon. But let me go over here. Go here. Okay. I'll present this. And I'm going to show it again tomorrow night too, but a lot of people said that he is out. He is not out. All right. Brandon Lewis Lawson, age 43, white male. And you can click on this and it will show his picture. See? Non-Hispanic, date of birth is August, whatever. Custody start date was, status date as of March 3rd, 2023, was still in custody. Location is the Granger County Detention Facility, the reporting agency. So he is still in custody. Yes, that's We the People 2229. I think Tutti Frutti put it in there just a few minutes ago. But like I said, if you haven't subbed up, please go sub up to the new channel. Right there it is. Nightbot just put it in there. And be sure to catch that show tomorrow. And I will be on for that one. And then Thursday, I'll have to look and see what it is for Thursday. But Becca will be going live tomorrow night after me. It's not going to be a long live. It's just going to be a short one. Tomorrow night show. But hopefully we'll get everything going. I got to talk to Ghost here in a minute to see if he's got all my stuff. Ghost Devil, if you're in here, I need to talk to you some more on Discord, okay? And Shane, like I said, anybody that became a sub tonight, if you'll send me a message on my Facebook, and if you type in iFacebook, I'll do it for you, or exclamation Facebook, it'll give you the Facebook to go to and request. Send me a friend's request and your name on YouTube here, and I'll send you the link to Discord. Yes, if you became a member of the Freebird family. Yes, please go sub up, because I think it's going. I think it's going to be a good show, because I'm not going to have no filters over there. Everything's going to. I'm going to turn everything loose over there. I don't care what I say, because I'm not going to monetize it. Nothing like that. I'm just going to give my points of view on other stuff. And as a matter of fact, I come home, sat down, got everything lined up today, and something popped up on the screen, and I thought, that's going to be a good story too. Well, thank you, Tashi. I'm going to look forward to it, too. Yeah, right there it is, Sean. Just send me a filter. Sorry, I seen Rocket Queen say I like no filters. I meant send me a friend request. I'll send you the Discord link, and you can log back in. But you can go over and check out Discord after this show's over and see if that logs in and brings up the show that I just done. So if anybody, I'll send you a filter. Okay. If anybody's missed the show and they're in Discord, they can go back to Tattooed Rebel True Crime, and it'll pop up there. I hear you, Uncle Filthy. I can't even speak for spluttering. But guys, I appreciate you coming in. Like I said, if you would like to make a donation to the veterans, this is the last week that I'll be taking donations for the veterans through the VFW, because we are going to DAV, because they actually are getting ready to shut the VFW down completely. I mean, take everything out and send the veterans to another VFW. So we're going to be going to the DAV, Disabled Veterans, here in Bristol. Oh, he's got a lot of pretty artwork over there, Shane. But if you'd like to send a donation to the VFW, please do so in Cash App, and you can type in exclamation Cash App and put it in through there. If you'd like to help the channel, you can do so through Cash App right there. PayPal is for the veterans, I'm sorry. And you can do so, help the channel with, I'll have to see how they work the DAV over there, Tutti Frutti. I hope so. If not, that's fine. We'll still do the setting up outside and everything. I really don't know how they do it over there. This will be my first time going there this year and actually working for DAV. But like I said, if you do, you can do through PayPal for the veterans here, exclamation PayPal. If you'd like to help my channel, and it's not a requirement, it's just a suggestion, and it would be appreciated, but not required, do so in Cash App on the bottom of the screen, or exclamation Cash App, and it'll bring up Cash App, and you can do it like that. But until tomorrow night, Freebirds, I love you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Tutti Frutti. I hope it does work. Oscar has Dale got his hands full. I haven't seen him there yet. But thank you for coming in, Tashi. Thank you for all the subs that you donated. Tutti Frutti, thank you. Rocket Queen, thank you for the donations. And Dumpling, thank you for the subs that you donated. I love each and every one of you. What didn't I read? Oh, okay. I got you. But please go over to Dumpling, check her out. Good night, y'all. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, on We the People. Please be over there and check it out, and you'll see some stuff about Hawkins County. I love each and every one of you, my free birds. You stay free, and I'll see you tomorrow night on We the People, okay? Ghost Devil, that's just wrong. Double fisted. Ghost Devil, I'll holler at you on Discord, brother, and I'll talk to y'all real soon, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow night. I love each and every one of you, and thank you for everything that you've done tonight, and thank you again for all the donations of subscribers. Y'all be good, be safe. Peace.